All right, guys, we are back. It is season 4 of a follow up of what was not even half of season last year, which I apologize for. But I do want to welcome back Mike and myself. Welcome back, Mike. How are you?
Hanging in there.
I know, and I do see that you have your name in tribute to your late dog lady. I do want to say again, I'm sorry about that. I
Yeah.
know how it feels, man.
It's only been 5 days and
Yeah,
it's really quiet here now and still getting over it.
I know. Well, look, if anything, besides just talking about football and the games that are coming up, obviously this week starting Thursday, and then every week to come, this is just to also hopefully get your mind off of things. So let's get into it. And if you look, guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Me, Mike, and sometimes James. Actually, James was on earlier, but he was having technical difficulties, so we're trying to get him back on.
And he yelled at me.
Yeah. We're gonna try to do this show consistently around 10 or 11 a.m. I know, Mike, at one point when we do the daylight savings, you and I will only be 2 hours behind. You'll only be 2 hours behind me, us. So it'll probably be easier for us to do a 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time show.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll coordinate again. It'll be around either 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can look forward, if you do look forward, to us having on. Here we go. Yo, Joe, what's up? It's been a while. It has literally been a while. It's been about a year. So we're back, at least to talk about football. I know. And I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get back into talking about other things that I enjoy, which you would think we would love to do that. But between work and just whatever, it's been tough. But I do want to talk about football. I do want to talk about the Giants. We were hoping to talk about the Jets with James, who's a huge Jets fan. Again, hopefully he does get to come on. But dude, I'm not gonna lie, it's an exciting time. I know a lot of people, especially the way baseball has panned out for both New York teams, a lot of focus has gone into the NFL season, into the 2 New York teams. Giants had Giants had the playoff spot last year. They got the huge playoff win against the Vikings. Didn't have so much luck after that in the second round, but with the Giants slated to hopefully go back to the playoffs, with all the acquisitions that the Jets have made, they have literally turned their team around. Um, it's an exciting time as of now. Obviously, once the season starts, it could change. But as of now, it's an exciting time to be a New York football team fans. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's a real interesting time, especially for the Giants and the Jets.
Yeah,
Hey, Kendall, good morning.
there he is. What's up, Kendall? I literally asked him what happened to you, where you been, man. I just been around. I've been around. I started a new job early last year. Things have started to take off, so it's just hard to. It was hard to really, really commit to this on a weekly basis. So I slowed things down, but I'm gonna try to come back at least for football.
Check your messenger.
Okay. Y'all great mate moves while we got Trey Lance. Yeah, I mean, that was something that I was not expecting. I don't know about you, Mike. I know we'll get into it, especially when we do the picks. But the Cowboys getting Trey Lance after all the 49ers did to get Trey Lance.
That was crazy what they did, and then just trading him like, I mean, you're relying everything on Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy and second, and who their second string is, right? Sam Darnold.
Oh my God.
They announced Sam Darnold. I think right before they traded Trey Lance, they announced Sam Darnold. They announced Sam Darnold as their number 2 behind Brock Purdy.
Well, I'll say this though, the Cowboys getting Trey Lance as a backup for that, I mean, ain't a bad idea.
No. From a Cowboys standpoint, it's not a bad idea at all. I'm talking about how the 49ers.
I mean, for 49ers are all the trades they made just to get this guy.
Yeah. Obviously Garoppolo going to the Raiders. So they don't. I mean, that ship sailed way a long time ago with all his injuries. But hold on, we got Derpy Entertainment. Jets won't do anything. We've seen this experiment before, and the Giants have the most upside for the future of the organization. Question is, can Danny Dimes be that guy, and can Saquon stop unwanted drama? Those are 2 huge questions. One of the questions especially about Danny Dimes, is a question that we've been asking for a couple of years now, right, Mike?
Well, I mean, I think he proved himself a little bit last year. I mean, they did get in.
Oh, I didn't know. So he's not even the backup. Mike Trey's not even the backup. It's Cooper
Cooper
Rush.
Rush is still the backup.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Sure.
Cooper, at least when Dak went down, Cooper stepped up a bit. So they already know what they have in Cooper. With Trey Lance, we really don't have much.
He said he's restarting his stuff.
Okay, so hopefully we'll get James in. But yeah, dude, I mean, it's such. Look, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna look at me probably, and I'm probably gonna get a little shit for you right now. I don't know if this actually happens, how I will react live, real time rather. I said to myself, and I think I've said it to my girlfriend or whatever. It's an exciting time, and hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what will happen if the Jets make the Super Bowl. I don't know if I would become not a Jets fan per se, but especially depending on who they play. Obviously, if it's the Eagles, we already know what I'm going for. But I can honestly say I don't know if I wouldn't root for the Jets this year. And it's solely because of Rodgers.
Well, that's the whole point of getting him.
Yeah.
That's the whole point where they got him. I mean, they got him just for the simple fact that, they want to get into the playoffs.
No, but I'm just saying, as a football fan, you've never had an issue with Rodgers, right? You like Rodgers as a quarterback, correct?
I always liked Aaron Rodgers.
But my point is, now he's a Jet. Let's say the Jets make a deep run in the playoffs. Giants are out of it. Right now, it's just the Jets, and I don't know who other teams you go for in the NFL. I know you like the Chiefs, and whatever. Depending on who they play, can you see yourself actually saying, you know what? I hope the Jets pull it off.
I actually did that when they had Mark Sanchez that year, and they went into the.
Oh, see, I didn't. Game. What, the back-to-back AFC Championship? No, I couldn't. Oh.
Yeah, oh. I did. I mean, I was for the. I mean, look, it's a New York team. I'll root for them. I'm not a Jets fan per se. Everybody knows I bleed blue, but if the Jets are going to be in there and the Giants are out, I'm going to root for the Jets.
See, I can't. I never was able to do that. Same, and the flip side of that is with the Mets and Yankees. I was never okay if the Mets are out of it. I'll root for the Yankees.
I would never root for. I couldn't. You couldn't pay me to root for the fucking Yankees.
So here's the thing, and I don't want to get too into it because it really does take away what we're really here for. But at the same time, it's a good conversation. The difference is the Jets are the Mets of football. So you and I just happen to be Mets and Giants fans. Generally,
it's Mets and Jets.
It's Mets and Jets and Yankees and Giants.
Right.
The Giants have always been seen as the big brother of football, as have the Yankees been for the Mets. So our hatred to the Yankees was of jealousy, not of just them spending money, but for them always fucking winning.
You know what? Let me clarify what I mean by I hate the. It's not more that I hate the Yankees themselves. Yeah, I don't like the Yankees. I hate the Yankees fan base.
Well,
because they think they're so fucking
that's
superior.
Why Jets fans hate Giants fan bases, because of how historically, not so much recently.
But that's why we as Giant fans hate the fucking Cowboys so much. It's not the Cowboys we don't hate. It's the fucking fans that we hate more.
I honestly don't hate the Cowboys as much as you do.
No offense to the Cowboy fans.
No, I know, but I can honestly say that as a Giants fan, obviously NFC East rivals, you're supposed to not like, but as a Cowboys fan, as a Giants fan, right? When I was younger, I used to root for any NFC team. Anytime an NFC team, whoever it was, I went for in the Super Bowl because I loved the NFC over the AFC, with the exception of the Steelers. I don't know why, but it was always the Steelers with the exception. So when the Cowboys won in those Super Bowls, I went for the Cowboys. When the Redskins won the Super Bowl that year, I went for them. And so the only team I can't go for is the Eagles. The only team.
I can't.
But all right, so I knew we were gonna go off on a tangent, but whatever. All right, so I want to get back to Kendall. He knows the system already. He's the backup automatically. If we got Trey Lance earlier in the offseason, he could have possibly been the backup. Okay.
Could have been.
I think the Jets' ceiling is AFC Championship. I got them finishing second behind Buffalo. That's a good prediction. I think as Steelers fan, I think Danny did prove a lot, but overall fan base in the NFL was doubting the Giants because of Danny, and there's still a doubt. Well, not only that, they still have. I think their weak spot is still continuing going to be two areas that they really needed to upgrade in. Offensive line, we say this every year. Is Danny going to get enough protection and enough time to throw the ball? And their pass rush. Is their pass rush going to actually get to quarterbacks? Are they going to actually pressure?
They beefed up the defense a little
They
bit.
did. They did. They just made a trade for I think his name is Simmons from the Cardinals.
And they got another one from Buffalo.
Who?
Oh, what's his name?
It doesn't matter.
It was a trade they made last week too.
Okay. All right. So all right, good. But yeah, I think the Derpy also said I think the Giants have the most optimism and upside for this year because they're okay. James is on. Here we go. What's up? There he is.
What's going on?
Now we can see his sexy face.
I made it.
All right. Upside for this year more than anybody in your division. The Eagles lost a lot on defense and rookie talent. They are good, but the experience goes a long way. I still think the Eagles are the team to beat in that division. I really do. I really do. I know they did lose several pieces, but at the same time, that Eagles team, they were doing. It was an Eagles website. I was watching. It was a YouTube channel, and they were going over the predictions, right, of week to week for the Eagles. They had the Eagles going 16-1 because of their schedule. Now they actually can go 16-1. I doubt it. But I think the one loss, I can't remember what it was because I don't have their schedule in front of me. But the one loss maybe might have been the Chiefs. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's just it's ridiculous. Their schedule and just how strong they were last year. I can't see the Eagles not winning that division again. Not to turn this into wrestling, of course, but that's how I feel about AEW. I like the product. I don't like the fans. Okay. All right. So, James, before you got to come on, we were talking about how exciting it is for the New York fan base in football, especially with what's going on in baseball. A lot of people are like, fuck these teams. It's time to focus on the positive. Jets have made a huge splash. More recently, getting Dalvin Cook. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of pieces, dude. A lot. And obviously one of those big pieces is Rodgers. How do you feel as a Jets fan this year?
I feel good. I mean, in the beginning, I'm not going to lie. In the beginning, I was a little pessimistic about it. And I said, you know what? I hope Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be a bust. But like with the addition of Dalvin Cook and the way their defense is, I think it's going to be a good season. And I'm going to give Rodgers, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see how he does.
Oh, he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
I'm still surprised he didn't go after Devontae Adams.
They're still talking about that. There's still talks of Devontae Adams maybe possibly coming in via trade. I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. Who's the guy that they got that was Rodgers' go-to guy? That he just got hurt. Alan Lazard. Lazard
got hurt. I know they also have Cobb, which was another piece that Rodgers loved in Green Bay.
Right.
But they lost.
Yeah, because Devontae now wants out because Carr isn't there now.
Sorry about my chair, guys. The chair's all fucked up.
Well, you in your big boy chair?
Yeah. Well, the chair is broke. It keeps going down.
Kendall said that they're a 12-5 team. That they lost half their team from last year. They're not going. I mean, I never thought they were going 16-1. Trust me.
I mean, come on, though. Y'all watching an Eagles YouTube channel. I mean,
James. I'm being real for the Steelers fans' perspective. As nice I could put in your coaching screws it up, just like the Browns when they have talent. Rodgers has choked every time ever since 45. So I mean, look, we've talked about this how many times? I feel like I know we only did 3 years of this show, 2.5. But what was the main thing we used to talk about Rodgers? Can he actually do it in the playoffs? Can he do
it in New York?
Well, I think he can, but he's a great. Unless the only way he can is if they start out on a bumpy start, slow start, and now you got the fans chirping against you and they're booing against you.
True.
And it's hard to boo Rodgers, but
and then the pressure's on. Not to mention that the pressure's on to begin with, playing in New York. So,
but time and time again, we've always said, can Rodgers actually win in the playoffs? Because regular season on paper, or not on paper, in a regular season, he's a great quarterback. Every year that team goes to the playoffs.
I think he can, but it remains to be seen. Well, we'll see. It remains to be seen. There's a lot that's remains to be seen. We'll see.
But still exciting. Still
absolutely.
Exciting. And on the flip side, and I am going to agree with the comments from a young standpoint, Mike, for the Giants. They do have a good upside. They do have a promising future. With the picks that they've used, what they've got, the pieces that they were able to get. So
I mean, we finally got a decent tight end in
yeah.
Darren Wallen.
Well, here's the funny thing. The funny thing, we say decent tight end. Evan Ingram became a premier tight end last year for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then re-signing Evan Ingram actually became like one of their biggest offseason moves. Dude, Ingram, for some reason here, sucked.
He just couldn't. I don't know if he understood. I don't know if he understood the system, or he just. I don't know.
I mean, just drop passes, blatantly just drop passes. I mean, wide open passes.
I mean, that's what he did. I mean, Butterfingers galore. Hey, Jim's here.
There he is. Hey, Joe, long time, my friend. What's up, listener Jim? Just wanted to. I'm trying to catch everybody's comments in real time. Rogers blames everyone once he loses.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he does. He does. He does. He was fucking ripping up the Jets. What is it during training?
Mm-hmm.
He rips up the Jets. Whatever. This JT drama in Indy is just bumming us all Colts fans out. I know.
I also think it's a good opportunity for Zach Wilson having Rodgers here to teach him, show him, help him progress. You know what I mean?
Crayon dude's in the house. Yes. Are you optimistic?
Crayon dude, what's up, brother?
Are you optimistic or pessimistic about Saquon this year? Optimistic. Optimistic because they had to give him the 1-year deal. So he's got to prove even more so last year. Hey, guys, if you're not going to pay me, some other team's going to pay me.
When was he hurt, Saquon? Was that last year or the year before?
The year before.
The year before and the year before that.
Yeah, I was going to say every year before last year.
Yeah, I mean, besides getting hurt, he's great. So I'd like to start.
Well, in his rookie season too.
The rookie season, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I mean he's got to, if he wants to get paid again, either from the Giants or from another one of the 31 other teams, he should have a really good year this year. He should, and if the offensive line can create holes for him, I think it was a big piece that Daniel Jones needed. To be honest with you, I know a lot of people said that his upside is there and he's going to progress and just needs more time. Which I agree with Daniel Jones. He needs time to progress and whatever. But at the same time, not having a premier running back or not having that option to hand it off, and you're going to throw the ball 85 to 90% of the time, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to get pressured. He's going to get sacked. He's going to lose the balls, or he's going to throw the ball away into the other team's hands. So having that option to have that back, I mean, and that was I think that was one of the reasons why Giants teams of the past, whether with Eli or other quarterbacks before him, had success, was because they had 2-headed, 3-headed monsters. You had guys like Tiki Barber, Dane. Why am I fucking blanking on the big guy, Jacobs? You had these big fucking backs that you could rely on, and you weren't throwing the ball every fucking snap. I think so. I think he does. I think he does have double digits touchdowns, and don't forget his legs. What do you think he ran for over 700 yards last season?
Yeah, his main thing is where he runs better than he passes. But I think he's going to be much better this year, Daniel Jones.
I hope so. With the weapons they got, I hope so. But also, again, and James, I don't know if you were here when we said this. One of the other things that the Giants needed to improve this season, besides the offensive line, was that pass rush. They need that defense like they used to have. The guys like fucking dude,
Ahmad Johnson.
No.
Am I saying his name? No, I'm not. Is it Ahmad? Yeah, Ahmad Johnson was a running back, right?
No, dude, I'm talking about on the defense.
No, defense side, like a Justin Tuck and
Tuck, Pierce,
LT back in the day, if one going to the 80s.
I'm talking about Strahan. I couldn't think of Strahan.
Michael Strahan,
yeah. They needed guys like that. Who's the guy? Pierre Paul.
JPP.
Paul.
Yeah, JPP. They need big guys like that. They were giving quarterbacks like Tom Brady. Nobody was able to get set and comfortable in the pocket, and that's a problem with the teams that are playing the Giants. They're able to get comfortable. They're able to get set, and they're marching down the field. So, NFL is about winning Super Bowls, not individual payment. Fans think that they should be fans, and why certain organizations are the way they are. That's what makes Mahomes so great. He does. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to do something a little different this time today, especially because it's the first show of the year, and also no games have been played. I know we usually do our picks at the end of the show.
Mhm.
Let's do them now. That way we can have a slight discussion in between. Okay. So, and guys, obviously you here, you guys that are watching, you can obviously do your picks as well. Chime along. Thursday night game, the Lions at the Chiefs. Who we got?
I got the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs and Mahomes. First home game this season. KC.
Mike, you got KC, right?
Of course.
I'm gonna go Lions. I'm gonna shake things up. I mean, I'm gonna go against any like intuition. Well, not intuition. I didn't say that.
Against the grain.
Go against the grain here. I'm gonna go with the Lions. The Lions last year they were, again, I didn't get, being from New York, you really can't catch many Lions broadcasts. But what they were able to do, minus their defense, obviously, because they allowed a ton of points as well. But their offense went toe-to-toe with some of the best teams last year. And they narrowly lost some games as well. So I think I am going to go with the Lions. And you know what? Besides listening to Jim, and Derpy, Crayon Dude did Lions, and Kendall, Lions for the upset.
That's
So yeah, so we got two people for Lions, and we got two people for the Chiefs. Now I would normally say Chiefs right away. Do I think the Chiefs are going to actually win? They're playing at home. Of course they are.
Mhm.
I would never bet this team. I would never bet the Lions to win, but at the same time, for the sake of the show and just going against the grain, as James said, I think I'm going to go with the Lions.
I think point spread wise, I might take the Lions.
What's the point? What's the point spread?
I have no idea. I didn't even look at DraftKings.
Yeah, I didn't look at the line either. I got to put $25 in my account now. To play this week.
I still got money in it from last season, so I'm playing on free money now.
I probably got about 25 cents in there.
Okay, Panthers at Falcons.
I'm going Falcons. Atlanta.
Yeah,
you gotta go with Atlanta.
I'm gonna go. I think we're the same across the board.
Even though I am actually going in blind because for some reason I'm drawing a blank on who's on some of these teams.
No, I mean, look, it's hard.
I haven't followed. It's been a while.
Well, the funny thing is, it's not even that, James, and that's why I had asked Mike before we started earlier. I even asked my brother. For some reason, I don't know why, and I searched it. I wanted to look at key additions and losses for each team in the NFL.
Okay.
And I found one that was dated August 23rd, which was literally a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason on that site, it had Rodgers still a fucking Packer. And I'm like, okay, this wasn't updated. It's August of 2023, and it's not. It's still Roger was a Packer, so I didn't open that one. I mean, I didn't want to use that one because I didn't think it was updated. So I really wanted to, but obviously the Falcons. I go with the Falcons. They're a young team. You got Kyle Pitts, one of the best tight ends in the game. Had a great rookie season. It's going to be, I think it's going to be an interesting year.
It's not Matt Ryan anymore, right?
No, Matt Ryan was a Colt.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I remember that now.
Last season, he was traded to the Colts.
That's right. Who's their quarterback now? Falcons.
Having the guys in the chat help us out here.
Anybody know?
I'm not going to pretend to know. I know Darnold was on the Panthers last year, but he's no longer on the Panthers anymore.
He's the 49er now.
He's the 49er. He has the second string on the 49ers right now. So, all right. So we all went Falcons. Everybody in the chat has gone Falcons as well, as far as anybody that Desmond Ridder, John Ritter's son. No. It's a completely different word spelling.
That's actually Larry's son from Three's Company.
Wait a minute. Taylor Heineke is the backup for the Falcons?
I have no idea.
Or is that just is Kendall spelling Taylor Heineke wrong, or is that another quarterback?
I don't know. Did you post the comment? Because I can't see it.
Sorry.
Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heinz.
I thought Heineke was spelled with a K.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder,
No, I know. That's why I'm saying, did he spell it wrong?
He
Is
might
he
have.
the
Or is this
midnight-
two different people?
Is he the midnight rider? This midnight rider?
Yeah, he signed a 2-year deal this offseason. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't even know that he's off Washington. Okay. Autocorrect. All right. Let's go to Houston at Baltimore. I'm going Baltimore at home.
Ravens. Michael.
Now I know Houston's got what was the quarterback that they got? Stroud. He's supposed to be the next big thing. I don't know if he's going to be another Deshaun Watson, but
Where did he come from? What school?
where did he go?
God, Joe.
Mike, you going Ravens?
They're playing the fucking Texans. As much as I hate,
They're playing Baltimore. Come on.
I know. I mean,
stop
I'm
with-
saying, as much as I
It's
hate,
not a Lamar Jackson. It's Ohio State. Kendall said Ohio State. It's not a Lamar Jackson conversation. We're talking about the Ravens. You're talking about a team that has one of the best and deepest wide receiver cores in the
Okay. I'll
in the
use
NFL.
logic. I'll go logical. I will go with the Ravens.
Okay. All right. This is a good matchup, actually. It's a division rivalry. So you got the Cincinnati Battle of Ohio. Cincinnati at Cleveland.
I'm going
Now this is
Bengals.
going to be Cleveland. If and guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, I really should have. I don't know why. I really thought we were just going to come in here and talk about Giants. And Jets. But here's the other thing. I'm not really focusing on the other team. Other teams rather. This is going to be Deshaun Watson's first full season, right? He's done with the suspensions. This is right coming off the suspensions last year. I think he only played a few games. This should be and they're playing in Cleveland. Now, and also, if I'm not mistaken, I did hear, I don't know if he's 100%. I didn't look at the injury report. I believe Burrow's still hurt, correct?
Oh, he's hurt? I didn't even know he was hurt. When did he get hurt?
I think during
I mean,
spring training preseason.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know about that because they got Cincinnati 2.5-point favorite with Cleveland being in the games in
Oh,
Cleveland.
so he's not starting this game.
I don't know. No. Don't.
If Bo, I think Bo might be starting if Cincinnati is actually 2.5.
They didn't give it. He's a game time decision. All right. Thanks, Kendall. Kendall's
Oh,
Kendall's on the ball
Kendall
as always when it comes to this.
Kendall should be our producer for the show. Seriously. A lot of channels have that. Like just little, like a producer be like, oh, and he's our fact check guy. Okay, so I didn't, and that's my deciding factor whether, but I still think the Bengals have really good talent and a good team without Joe Burrow. I just don't know if they can win on the road, Cleveland.
Right.
Joe Burrow has a calf strain.
Well, my original pick was the Bengals, but if he's not starting, I might think otherwise now.
This is tough. I'm still going to go Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going to stick with it. Bengals.
But I would not be surprised if Cleveland, especially because they're home, I wouldn't be surprised. Mike, what are you going?
I'm going to go Cleveland because if Bo is not playing, I mean, Deshaun could probably beat him with Bo. I think Deshaun might be able to beat him.
It's the defense, though. It's not just, obviously the offense might not perform as much as well, I should say, with they would have with Burrow, but and I see I kind of agree here. I don't know. I because and that's why I'm very curious to know what he's going to do in his first full season back. What is Watson going to be? Is he ever going to be what he was in Houston? I don't know, and that's the biggest question mark, I guess, right? So,
and that's what we always say. People are never really the same after they get hurt. In any
well, he wasn't hurt. I think he
wasn't hurt. He was just
suspended.
Yeah.
Right.
It's what happens when you sexually assault massage therapist.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
We have learned from Cleveland sports in general, they choke a lot if they can't end 74. Yeah, they're one of the. So with the exception of the Lions, hold on. I'm sorry, I highlighted that comment twice. With the exception of the Lions, the Cleveland franchise is just starving. With the exception of obviously the Cavs winning when LeBron went back, but that Cleveland fan base. I mean, talk about what Giants fans are going through right now. It's nothing compared to what the fan base in Cleveland and Detroit. Detroit's never won anything. The Lions.
Sure. Yeah, they've always been a horrible team. Even with Barry Sanders. At
least the Tigers won in '84, and they went back to the World Series in 2006. But, Allegedly assaulted. Allegedly. He's right.
I did say allegedly
Yeah.
when I said that. So
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we went Bengals, and Mike went Browns. Okay. Jack's at Indianapolis. I am sorry, listener Jim. But with all the Jonathan Taylor drama, I don't really know what pieces the Colts have added in terms of bettering. And Jim, if you can add to that in the comments, that'd be great. But I'm gonna go, dude. What Jacksonville did last year, Lawrence looked like a completely different guy. And as we just said about it, they have Evan Ingram. They have huge talent, a great running back, and huge talent in the wide receiver core as well. So I'm going to go, not to mention defense, I'm going to go Jacksonville, even on the road.
All right. I'm going Colts.
I like the fact that they got Jacksonville 5-point favorite on the road. So yeah, I'll go Jacksonville.
Yeah, you gotta go Jacksonville. You have to. I mean, again, I know Colts are on the road, but what the Jacksonville Jaguars showed last year and what the Colts have been showing, I'm sorry. And I know Jim is probably going to agree with us. Kendall said Jacksonville by a mile. All right, so let's go to the next game while the other people decide on what they want to pick. Tampa Bay at Minnesota.
I'm going Vikings.
Who's the quarterback now for Tampa Bay this year?
I have no fucking clue. It's a sports show. You think I know? You think I know?
It's not Brady. Oh, Brady retired.
Yeah, Brady's not, bro. Brady's
gonna play one snap and retire.
Crayon Dude said Jags. Hold on, I want to just catch up. I still have to be a homer. We still receive issues, but AR is a stud. Hold on a second. Let's see. Crayon Dude said Jags. Derpy said Jags will take care of business, but I think Richardson, from everything that has been said in camp, has a lot of upside. So that was the one key acquisition that they did get in the draft was Richardson. The Colts did add Richardson, who was supposed to be a really, really good young stud. But again, I mean, do they even know if he's going to start this season though, or is he just a future piece? That was the other thing that I read. But again, that was one of those sites that weren't yet updated because Rodgers was still in the Green Bay Packers.
Does Kendall know who the starting quarterback for Tampa Bay is?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield went to Tampa. I forgot about
Bay.
that.
There we go.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I did see that. You know what? It's funny because I did see that when in one of the other.
I'm still, I'm gonna go Minnesota on this.
How can you go against Cousins at home?
You can't,
even without Adam Thielen, because they didn't get Adam Thielen.
As old as Kirk Cousins, how old is he now? Anybody know?
I don't think he's old.
Yeah, he's still in his early. I think he's still in his early 30s.
I feel like he's been around forever. Kirk Cousins.
I don't know.
How old is Kirk Cousins?
Well, this is the whole point.
35.
There you go. 35.
Thank you, Google.
So yeah, I guess he is still kind of young.
Okay. I'm going Vikings at home.
All right.
Mike, you said Vikes, right?
Yeah.
James, you said Vikes?
Yes.
And Derpy, not Derpy. Crayon makes a good point too. Baker did actually perform well with the Rams last year. So Carolina, okay. So the Panthers are the ones that I knew another team got them. I just didn't know who it was. I knew that Thielen didn't have was no longer a Viking because we were hoping. I was actually hoping that the Giants might swoop him up, but then they ended up obviously getting Waller. But I'm going. You like that, Kirk Cousins? I do. Okay. Titans
and now with Rodgers out of the picture in Green Bay, I mean that
I think Minnesota
wide open.
That division is still for Minnesota to win.
Yeah.
I don't see and we'll get to it when we get down to Chicago, but I don't and that's funny because Green Bay actually plays Chicago. Okay, Titans at Saints.
Going Saints.
The newly led Derek Carr Saints.
When the Saints go marching in, baby.
Let's go with Manscaped and the Saints.
Yeah.
Is Michael Thomas still hurt? I feel like every season he starts out hurt. Is Michael Thomas healthy? Because if Michael Thomas is healthy and Derek Carr actually has weapons to throw to, what about Kamara? Isn't he having legal issues? Didn't he get arrested?
Who didn't get arrested? Half these players.
What NFL player doesn't get arrested?
I'm gonna go Saints.
Who wasn't on trial?
Are we all going Saints?
When the Saints go marching in, baby.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. What's the fucking matchup? Crayon Dude's going for the Tennessee Tits.
Tennessee Tits. There you go.
I love this. You gotta love this because it's gonna be said a lot this year. The guy liner. Derek Carr and the guy liner.
Now, man, I call him Manscape.
Okay, so next game is actually going to be a good one because you got oh wait a minute, who we just said it? Brock Purdy. So you got Brock Purdy at who's the young quarterback now for fucking the Steelers? You got 49ers at Pittsburgh, with Pittsburgh being home. Who's the young kid that they got? Fuck.
I can't think. I honestly can't think. All I know it's Donald on the 49ers.
Not Bucket. Not Buckets. Why am I thinking? Why do I have the word buckets in my hand? Pickett. Kenny Pickett. There you go.
Puckett? Kirby Puckett?
No, it's Pickett. Okay. Pittsburgh at home is always usually a lock, but they're playing against the 49ers. Thank you, guys. Kenny franchise, Kenny Pickett. That's why I said bucket. I knew it ended with it like that.
And I think, Donald's gotten a lot better. So I think we're going to see 49.
Brock Purdy's the starter.
Brock.
It's
James. It's Brock Purdy.
Okay.
I mean, that 49ers team does look fucking awesome, though.
I'm going 49ers. Let's see what they can do.
They looked good. They did look good.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this.
Yeah, I gotta go. I mean, I'm a little biased here because I do like the Steelers a lot. But Steelers at home. It's early in the season. It's the first game of the season, so we're not going to really know what these teams are until they start playing. Obviously, I mean, I think it's a cliche to say, but it's true. I just hear you got to give the edge sometimes. What's the spread on this game, Mike?
2.5 for San Fran. Basically, it's a pick.
Okay, I'm going Steelers. Just for the simple fact for you people at home.
And the over-under is 41.
What do you mean, you people? Just for the fact of 49 Steelers at home. So, Mike? You going for the Steelers, right?
I'm going for Pittsburgh.
James,
I'm going to take the over on this game.
San Fran. Yeah, Niners.
All right, so we got Niners by listener Jim. Crayon Dude says Steelers. Kendall's a Niners fan, and Derpy's going for the Saints. That's obviously a pick from before, but I just said it anyway. Okay. Cardinals at Washington. I'm going Washington. Cardinals are going in the opposite direction of where we thought they were going to be.
They got Washington 7-point favorite right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous of how they're talking about the Cardinals actually tanking this year, purposely.
Well, they need a new quarterback. Kyler Murray ain't doing shit.
I know. Really quick before we get
who is quarterback for the Commanders? What was it? Commanders, Redskins. I heard they want to go back to Redskins.
Win or lose, it's going to be closer than you think, and it shows the upside. We added a lot of vets that are experienced. I'm going to go Steelers, and that's exactly why I'm going Steelers. Cardinals are going to be worse than CM Punk at all in. Yeah, no, Sam Howell is going to be
the starter for Washington.
The starter for what? Who the
fuck is Sam Howell?
I have no idea.
Is that Thurston Howell, the third son or something, or great grandson? I mean,
yeah, I was just gonna say, what they got? What are they going to come out with
Love, eh? You know what? You got to take the Commanders on this. I mean,
I'm going. Well, Crayon Dude's going to the commies. Crayon Dude says the Washington commies. Yeah, no,
Washington.
There are a bunch of commies in Washington, so
I'm going Washington.
Joe, is YouTube going to shut us off because I said that?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. All of us are going Washington, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know about the point spread, but 7 points is a lot.
That's a lot of points.
Hold on. Yeah. No, I know. That is a lot, but at the same time, with what we know about the Cardinals and with Washington being home, you never know. Okay, so Green Bay at Chicago.
The Bears.
Let's see. Do we go with love or do you just love the Bears for some fucking reason?
The Bears.
Listen to Jim. Says
Redskins.
Says Redskins.
You know what?
I like I do like the Bears. I like the Bears at home. I do like the Bears. I like the Bears at home.
Mhm.
Wait, who added Jacoby Brissett? I don't know if we're still talking about because he said. I guess we're still talking about Howell. He was a quarterback rookie last year, I think, from North Carolina after Mitch Trubisky. Okay. So, all right. So they're going Bears. Bears.
All right. So currently, Chicago is a 1-point favorite.
Okay. Well, because they are at home.
That's literally a pickup right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet that game.
I'm going Bears. Washington got Brissett. Okay.
Yeah, because you know what? Honestly, we don't know what Love is going to look like on that field.
Yeah, but speaking of field, how is Justin Fields going to be?
Exactly. you know, I love his bread, but his cookies. Business Fields. I'm gonna go with Chicago.
All right, James, did you pick the Bears too? You
Yes.
did, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Green Bay, Justin Fields will fall this year. Yeah, but what is Green Bay without the weapons that they lost, including Rodgers?
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what Love's going to be for that team. So, okay. So now we're going out to Denver. We got the Raiders at Denver.
Mile high, huh?
Yeah.
Literally mile high.
Is Jimmy Garoppolo starting or is he starting on the bench this year because he's hurt? What's the Raiders looking like? What's Garoppolo looking like? Tell me, guys. Tell me, guys, in the chat.
Jimmy G opened the door and he broke his pinky. I don't know what he.
And what are the so with the Raiders with the minus Waller obviously going to the Giants? What do the Raiders have weapon wise? Besides obviously Devontae Adams, I'm talking about. But what is that?
They got Denver 4-point favorite.
Is that just because they're home?
Well, yeah, I mean, well,
That's what I'm thinking.
I always figure it this way: when you're looking at a home team being a favorite in a game,
Yeah,
when you're betting a game, if the spread is four
or less,
matter. Take 3 points off because of their home team. So basically, they're 1-point favorite.
Okay, so it's a pick me. All right, so I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm going
Raiders.
Is Wilson still the quarterback for Denver? Russell Muscle?
I think so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have Hunter Renfrow. The Raiders have Hunter Renfrow. And the defense got Raider got better. Derpy's going Broncos country. Porn star Jimmy. Well, that's Jimmy Garoppolo. Kendall's saying yes. What was your question, Mike?
If Russell was the starting quarterback, so I'm assuming Kendall's saying yes.
Yes, yeah. No, Russell Wilson's. I didn't even hear your question. I could have answered that. Yeah, Wilson's still the quarterback for.
All right. I'll go with Denver.
Okay.
Is Sean Payton the new head coach over there?
Think so? Yeah.
Definitely going with Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put bounties on people's heads now.
James.
I got
Dames come out.
I got Dame damage. I'm going with Las Vegas Raiders. Okay.
I'll be honest. I forgot that they got Sean Payton. Forgot that he's the new coach. Maybe it'll benefit Wilson. Because Wilson was a shell of himself last year. It was horrible. They were booing him off the field. They were booing him off the field in Denver. It was horrible. Miami at the Chargers. Is Justin Herbert and the Chargers finally going to come out? Not out of the closet. I mean, are they going to actually, is he going to have a breakthrough year this year?
I'm coming out.
Watch, you'll see in 30 seconds. I'll see in the chat. He's hurt. He's out for the year because I haven't done my homework.
Chargers a 3-point favorite.
I'm going Chargers.
That's because they're home.
Exactly.
Miami's a good team, though.
Look, I was a Justin Herbert.
I'm a Justin Herbert fan. I want to see what he can do.
When he first showed up, I even said he has a chance of getting to the Super Bowl if things go right.
It's tough though, and we talked about this since Herbert and the Chargers started to actually show some life. Is that the AFC is tough. The AFC is a very tough. It's tough for teams to go into.
Is Tua starting?
Sure. I don't know.
Nobody knows. We don't know.
Kendo was our producer.
I don't know if I really don't. I don't know if because I'm gonna go. Miami has so many weapons, though.
I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
All right, Tua is starting. Crayon Dude says Chargers. Kendall's saying Dolphins. Listen to Jim's going Miami. Tua got hurt. We know he got hurt badly last season, but then that's the thing. You know, is he gonna come back from that?
I think he will.
Didn't they say he was one concussion?
I think it was more controversy what happened with him than.
Yeah, no. But they were acting like if he got. They were literally acting at one point as if he got hit again, he could be out forever. Like one more hit like that again, his career is over. Like he was shaken up because he went in. The thing is, didn't he get hit twice? He got hurt. They played it off. They sent it back in. They ended up getting rocked again.
And that's where the problems all started.
All right, I'm going Chargers then. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go Chargers.
I'm going to stick with the Dolphins.
Okay. Miami. James, who'd you pick?
Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
I mean, you still got Jalen Waddle there. You still got Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Tua learned Kung Fu, so now he knows how to take a hit. Chargers are healthy. Chargers because Miami, besides their offense, they really didn't get better. Okay. So there we go. All right. Philly at New England. I hope New England. I'm going to go with New England just because I can't stand the fucking Eagles. I'm going New England. Pats. Eagles are a good team, though. I'm not going to lie.
I got to go Eagles.
Eagles fly?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Is this the one where they're honoring Tom Brady? They're going to play one snap so he retires a Patriot?
I didn't even know that's... Is that really?
I thought they were going to do that.
All right. I mean, it makes sense.
I thought it. Why? I mean, I thought they were going to do that.
After all he did for that franchise in that city, why not?
I wish Mac Jones would show up and be what I thought he was going to be. God, I don't want to say the fucking Eagles.
So Jim is saying fly, Eagles, fly. Crayon Dude is Pats. He's saying fly, Steve Belichick, fly. And then obviously Kendall's going for the Pats.
Steve Belichick. Did somebody say Steve Belichick?
Jim doesn't want to go New England because he's a Colts fan. It makes sense.
Let's see.
Who are you going for, Mike? Just say the fucking Pats.
Huh?
New England. Just
I thought so. Yeah.
No, I was going to say Eagles, but I mean, I just can't say. I just can't.
I got to go Eagles because I will always hate Tom Brady and being a cheat, and Mac Jones is not Brady in their savior. Again, it is what it is. I know the Patriots, especially with Tom Brady, it was always a love-hate relationship. You either love the guy, or you hate the guy. I'm on the respect the guy kind of side of things. So I have no hate for Brady, and I have no hate for the Patriots, especially as a Giants fan. You would think, we played against them in 2 consecutive Super Bowls against each other, not back-to-back years.
And beat their ass 4 times.
Yeah, so I guess maybe that's why it doesn't matter. I guess if the Patriots would have won both years, maybe I would have a different take on the situation, but I don't, and that's the game. And the Rams at the Seahawks. I'm going Rams. Now, I know the Rams... Joe, thanks for those Super Bowl wins, though. Oh, you're very welcome. Hopefully we can do some more. And Brady's the GOAT. I agree. I really do. I do. I just turned 45, James. I know you're the same age as me. Mike, you're 15 years older than us.
Yeah.
But like 60. You look like you look like you're good 60, though. Not for nothing. You look good for 60. I'm not gonna lie. It's what I know, James. I know when you think best quarterback in your generation, you go right to like Montana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I probably would agree with you like 20 years ago. I would have. But the fact of the matter is, when I started watching football, and James and Mike, again, you are a little older than us, but when I started watching football, Montana was on his way out.
Yeah.
He maybe a year on the 49ers, and I think he went right to the Chiefs. So, Yeah, I can respect Joe Montana, and I love Montana growing up. I always say I love Montana, and then obviously I even love Steve Young, Phil Simms, those guys. But at the same time,
Dan Marino,
Brady and Dan Marino. Yeah, Dan
Yeah.
Marino, best quarterback to never win a ring. You know, Warren Moon too. You can even say Warren Moon,
absolutely.
but John Elway until he finally won too. Brady just you're never going to see a guy. You're really never going to see a quarterback like that ever in any generation. At least I don't think you will.
You don't think Patrick can do the same shit?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think
Patrick can do it.
I take it back. I think if there is going to be one that has the longevity and will have the success because he's already proven it, it could be Mahomes. It could be. Yes.
He's got 2 already.
He does. You're right. But again, it's not just the
should have been 3.
It's not just the championships. It's not. It's not. Don't always go again because look, then you can have the conversation with Dan Marino. We just said it. Was Dan Marino any less of a quarterback because he couldn't get to the championship? I don't know. I just think he's one of the best, one of the greats.
Well, look at Jim Kelly. I mean, how many times did they go to the Super Bowl?
Look at Jill Kelly. You know, no, really, look at her. Brady was bailed out by the NFL multiple times. He was a Golden Boy Scout of American Image, and yes, of course, we got what we got. Yeah, I know, and a lot of quarterbacks these days as well. I'm not gonna lie, he was bailed out a lot. You know, but most top quarterbacks like Rodgers and other quarterbacks that have been in the league, they're most times going to get bailed out with calls. They will.
That's why I still say Joe Montana is the GOAT. It's not because
I agree.
The rules that applied to Brady made the NFL change every fucking rule for quarterbacks.
Yep.
Montana didn't have that. Montana would get run over by a fucking 18-wheeler if they were allowed to back in the day.
I thought she said goodbye to him.
Yeah, I thought she broke up with him.
Yeah, I thought she's like, all right, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. All right, enough of the NFL drama. I did say, and people started saying their picks with the Rams and Seahawks. I said Rams. I know you're probably thinking, how can you go Rams? They were a complete bust last year. I think they're going to be better than they were last year. I don't see them going back to the Super Bowl.
Stafford still with them?
They were talking about trading Stafford. I don't think they did yet, or I don't think they did. I should say maybe not yet, but.
And is Geno the starter?
You see, that's why I can't go for the Seahawks. I know Geno Smith was like the second coming for Seahawks. I get it, you know, and I just will always see him as a Jet.
Yeah, because he's not a Jet anymore.
Nothing good comes out of Ohio State, as I always say.
Oh, Cooper Kupp is hurt, so it's a mess in LA. Shit, okay. Seahawks. You know what?
I'm going Seattle.
No wonder why Seattle's 5-point favorite.
All right, I'm going to stick. You know what? Because I already said it. For the sake of the fact that it's on recording, it's live, it's always going to be out there. I cannot change. I'm not going to change my my pick. I'm still going Rams. I crossed it out. I'm still going to go Rams. All right, you guys are going Seattle, right?
Yes, sir.
Geno is the starting quarterback. Yes. Okay. Sunday night game, and this one is for you and me, Mike. And Kendall, we already know what Kendall's going to pick.
I'll be watching on Peacock. So,
Cowboys at Giants. Now, every year we have this conversation, and what happens? You know, fucking Giants can win. Giants can win, and what happens? Cowboys usually win. You got to worry about guys like Micah Parsons. Their defense is great. Dak healthy. You know what Dak can do, and the weapons that he has in the receiving core.
But no Zeke. You got Tony. Well, Tony Pollard's probably
Pollard's
better than Zeke, I think, half the times.
Yeah, Zeke is a shell of himself. He's not the same running back anymore.
Yeah, well, Zeke is gone.
I'm going Giants because they're hello.
You're picking with your heart.
Picking with my heart, but I'm also picking. I'm going to go with the home. I'm going with the home strategy, the home thing here, the home theme. I went for most of the home teams here when it's a tough pick. So I think with this, because I'm going to this season, I'm going to try to be as brutally honest as I can. If I feel it's a game the Giants can't win, I'm going to fucking say it. As a Giants fan or not, I'm going to be as brutally honest as I can. I'm going to go with the Giants simply because they're home. They have the upside. We know what the Cowboys have. We know their defense is great. We know what their offense can be. But I'm going to go Giants.
Big Blue.
Mike.
I don't have to even say,
Cowboys.
asshole Giants. They're home in 3.5-point underdog. So
Cowboys are a lock. We knew Kendall was going to say that. I'm going.
Yeah, okay. Definitely the Giants
because the Cowgirls suck and their fan base suck with greed. Dak Prescott isn't the problem. It's been the same philosophy and mindset since Romo. So don't give that excuse. I don't think it is Dak, but definitely don't think it's Dak Prescott. Because look, he's right. Look at the teams that Romo had. And again, we could say we could have made fun of Romo,
I'll tell you what the biggest problem for the Dallas Cowboys is.
What?
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, of course. No, you're right.
Jerry Jones is the biggest problem for that team.
Dak has had terrible. Yeah, he's been throwing a lot. There was a meme. Was it a meme or was it real? I forgot what it was. Everybody's like, "Oh, Dak's going to be great" or whatever. No, it was one person said his interceptions were going to be down this year, and then it cued to Dak just throwing a bunch of interceptions. Okay, and Jim says Giants. Okay, so we're going with Giants. All right, Monday night, and we'll do it this week because it's still part of this week.
This is a hell of a game, though.
Yeah, this is. I'm going to be watching it at my brother's house, surrounded by Bills fans. Sorry, James. Hold on. He's thrown 6 interceptions in camp while he's thrown so many touchdowns. I stopped counting at 30. Yeah,
it's a sleep number bet. I'm telling you,
Bills at Giants Stadium. Bills at Jets.
At MetLife.
No. Bills at Jets. This is probably. Let me tell you something. Again, I know it's the beginning of the season, but I really do think this game here.
I think this is the type of game where this is what I think every Jet fan wanted to see. Aaron Rodgers versus Josh Allen twice in the season.
Yeah,
is a hell of a matchup.
But no, it's also this to set the stage here. This is it because this is Rodgers' first, not only first home game.
Test. Yeah, this is his test.
This is his first test. He's going to be in front of the home crowd. This is where being in New York could either make or break you. And I know it's the first game, and I'm not trying to be dramatic here.
But it's huge. It's a huge game. Yeah.
It is. Because if the Jets stumble out of the gates and they end up losing this game, unless it's a close game, like a nail-biting game and Allen throws a last-second touchdown, heartbreaking fucking loss, there's a difference. Mm-hmm. But if the Bills come out swinging and the Jets get demolished, now you're starting to ask questions. Wait a minute, what's going on? Now, again, starting the season off 0-1 means nothing, especially now in a 17-game season. Means nothing. But when you're playing a division rival and you're trying to set a precedent here, you're setting, okay, look, we're the Jets here. We made the moves we made. We have Aaron Rodgers. We have the bad motherfucker we have in Aaron Rodgers and all the other pieces that they got. Right, James?
This is their time. This is their time to shine. This is their time to really prove themselves.
Yeah.
Against an amazing Bills team.
So you got Kendall saying Jets. Listen to Jim saying Jets. Bills again this year will not live up to the hype, which is a very high possibility because they didn't look the same as they did the year before. Last year. They did not look the same last year. Derpy says, James, this one is for you. I'm going to go Jets because the Bills drama right now after the last year's run with the reputation of Bills choking, the Jets have to do what they say they are going to be on paper. Exactly.
Let's see what happens.
And I agree. A focused Rodgers is a dangerous Rodgers. And he's very focused right now. Mm-hmm. Very focused.
Are we going to be living in Mr. Rodgers' neighborhood?
Hey, we might be. And that's the other thing I'm scared as a Giants fan. I'm not going to lie.
Speedy delivery.
It might be. The New York town might become a Mr. Rodgers neighborhood. That could be.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
That could serve two purposes, though, Mike. Could also allow the Giants to be under the radar this year.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Josh Allen is a cover athlete.
And there will be a lot of pressure taken off of Danny.
It's funny that Crayon Dude says it because it was the first thing I thought of when they announced Allen as the cover athlete for Madden.
Yeah,
Every
that
fucking cover
injury,
athlete is it's a curse. Why would he even agree to it?
either they lose or they get injured.
Exactly.
Somebody has to do it, right?
Exactly. I didn't say my pick yet. I don't know.
Well, me and James are both going for the Jets.
All right.
I'm
Until
actually surprised, Mike, that you picked the Jets.
until the Jets
Until what?
Come
show.
on, Joseph. What do you
Until the
got?
Jets show
He's
that
going
they
with the
can fly.
Bills.
They can fly high. I gotta go Buffalo. I have to.
But yeah,
Only you know what I'm saying? I have to. Because I don't
you'll change your tune as soon as you see how the Jets play this year.
I just said that.
Yeah,
I
I know.
literally just said until I see with my
I
own
understand. I understand.
until I see it with my nose, I'm not gonna know. You know what I mean?
I mean, we talk about the Madden curse. What about the Hard Knocks curse, though, with the HBO show?
That's another thing too. Yeah.
I mean,
That's another
Salah did not like being on that show.
I'm sure he didn't.
He
I'm
actually
sure he
hit
didn't.
from them. He actually hit on days that they were.
I can
that they
see
were
it being
taping.
because it's a distraction. If I was a coach, I would feel like it's a huge distraction. You know, we're here to
Yeah.
we're not here for a TV show. We're here to get the job done. I'm here to prep my guys. I'm here to prep for the season. We want to go in with a clear focus. You know, we're not TV stars here. I don't whatever. I'm not taking anything away from the show. I'm not. I think it's a cool concept and a great idea, but I can see why coaches would hate it.
Sure.
But James, I'll tell you this now. It's the Jets' season of opportunity to throw it away. Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
It's normally what the Jets do.
Well, and that's the thing.
We'll see what happens.
And that's the thing, Jim. And I agree with you 100%. And it goes to the other comment about like what you said earlier, Jim, about a focused Rodgers is a dangerous Rodgers. He wants to prove not only to the New York fan base, but he wants to fucking shove it and stick it to the Green Bay.
No, definitely.
To the Green Bay organization that for years he's been feeling like he was, not respected. So he wants to show everyone he's still the MVP. I get it. But the thing is, look, I know it came out years later, I think. I don't know if it came out that season when it happened, because I remember I was listening to it. They were going over other Jets acquisitions in the past. And obviously Brett Favre came up. And we all know what happened when Favre became a Jet, but then it was just, I don't know if it was known at the time, but he was playing hurt the whole season. That's why it wasn't a good year. He ended up going to Minnesota.
Think it was known at the time.
He ended up going to Minnesota, having a great year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can, whatever, but that was what I was going to say. It's almost like that. It's like, okay, they got a guy like Brett Favre, another top name, another guy that, also didn't do well in the playoffs, but, and threw the ball. I think
he couldn't have been hurt that bad if he can go to Minnesota and have a great year after that.
Well, no, he was hurt that year.
Well, actually, no, I know the first year he was with the Jets because he had to play 1 year out of the NFC North, and then he was allowed to go back.
Yeah. So, and besides his interception rate, which was horrible, Brett Favre threw the ball away a lot. He was a big arm, a very big arm. And I remember when the Jets got him, and I was like, are they going to still be the same team? And I don't want to say that this year because Aaron Rodgers is different, obviously two different quarterbacks, but because they didn't just get Rodgers, they got a lot of other pieces they needed. They got a great defense. They got the kid Sauce Gardner, right, on defense.
Yep.
That was his rookie season last year, right, guys?
Last year was a rookie, yep.
Yeah, so they have upside too. It's like the Giants. They have upside. They do. They have young players that still not only performed well, but their ceiling is still there, and it's again, James, I don't know if you were here when I was saying this, but about the excitement of being in for the New York football teams and whatever, but this is the first year, and I attribute it to them getting Rodgers, where I can say that I don't know if I would definitively go against the Jets in a big game. I don't know if I could. Playoffs or even if the Super Bowl, barring them not playing the Giants or another team I like. But
right.
I can honestly say this year that I don't know if I would root against the Jets because of how exciting it is and because of the players they got, especially Rodgers.
Yeah.
So again, it's only time will tell, and we will find out obviously a week from today, that game. We'll talk about it more next Monday. A little bit more in depth, and hopefully we'll know a little bit more about who's playing on what
well,
team.
Yeah. So this is it. This is the beginning. So we got to see what happens.
Sauce was rookie of the year. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Sauce was rookie of the year, which he clearly should have been. So
I like Sauce, especially on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah, exactly.
It's not gravy, it's sauce.
All right, guys, we did just go over an hour. I wanted to keep it under an hour, and I do want to keep our shows relatively an hour or less, maybe hopefully 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But this was, the first show back in over a year, or no, under a year.
It's an exciting time.
It is exciting conversations to be had, and hopefully these teams don't disappoint us. Not just the Giants and Jets, but your teams at home. I know Crayon Dude is a Seahawks fan. Listen to Jim, obviously, he's the Colts. Derpy, I think he said Steelers. We are Cowboys for Kendall. But you know what I'm saying. So Crayon's like, let's go another hour. No.
No.
But
me and James got to do another hour later, probably.
But James and Mike, I do want to thank you guys for coming on. Not coming on me, coming on the show. It was fun. I enjoyed.
I look forward to this. No, it's going to be a good season.
I enjoyed, but I also look forward to. And I want this season to be good because I look forward to talking about it on Mondays now.
Sure.
I want something to talk about. Bonnie Raitt said, let's give him something to talk about. Then I'm talking to you, NFL. Give us something to talk about every week, Monday morning.
Literally.
Here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I do want to give a shout out to Crayon Dude, Derpy, Kendall, and listener Jim. I don't think there was anybody else that came in and said anything. But guys, we do this show for you as well. It's not just us talking here. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't go live.
Didn't come in and visit.
Who?
What?
Your brother.
Does he know you were doing a show?
Yeah, he does. Whatever.
He knows.
So, but we'll be here again next week. Again, I don't know if 10 a.m. is going to be Eastern Standard Time is going to be too early for Mike. Before you're saying yes?
No, we're going to have to do 11 until the change.
All right, so we'll do 11 a.m. until until
the clocks go back.
Till the clocks go back. Joe, are you going to resume movie or TV series discussion streams?
Well,
it's a good question.
Well, we got October coming.
It's a good question. James and I were talking about some things for October. I don't know if you guys remember the Saturday Fright Live. So we might resume that each Saturday in October, talking about scary movies. So
it's pumpkin shit season.
Yeah, it's pumpkin shit season. So look forward to that. I do want to get back
into your pumpkin shit lattes.
But I do want to get back into other things, James. And I know you got a couple of things.
I got a couple of things. Yeah,
got a couple of things brewing on your channel.
I just got to get my ass in gear.
You got 30 seconds. Talk about it really quick. What do you got?
I could be doing something on Sons of Anarchy, and Mike also gave me a good topic, the music we grew up on, which I think is going to be a really good show.
Yes.
Once we put it out there.
Exactly. I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. And I'll be live tonight at 7, me and James.
Okay.
PM cunt.
CM Punk.
Need your opinion on The Flash. I actually enjoyed it. That's what I'm going to say right now.
It's now available to stream on Max.
It's on Max, baby. It's on Max. No, I enjoyed it. I really did. I saw it in the theaters.
I want to watch it just for the Michael Keaton.
I saw it in the theaters in June, and that's actually what made me love it even more was Michael Keaton back as Batman. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie.
The best Batman ever was Michael Keaton.
100%.
Yeah.
And don't at me on that.
All right, I'm not. All right, guys. We will see you next week. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Labor Day, and be there or be square next Monday. Thanks again, guys, for coming on. Bye.